Hi everyone, it's me. Hello, Ia. How are you? It has been a hot minute since I have posted anything to my YouTube channel. Life has been lifing. The last year has been crazy, but I'm still here. I'm still obsessed with makeup, and I'm still really excited because today we are playing with the Coalescence palette from Bellabeautébar in collaboration with Newport. I hope I'm saying that right. Newport Makeup. I love her content. She's amazing. She does super gorgeous, sparkly, heavy looks. I love it. And I am so excited to have this bad boy in my hands. I fell in love with this as soon as they sneak peeked it, and I cannot wait to play with it. I also got the 4 singles that came with the collection. I have them in this magnetic palette here. I have my base makeup on. I did try and use some more purple leaning blush and highlight products. I used this Menagerie Cosmetics blush in the shade Thistle, which is just so pretty. And I used that over top, because I love to layer blush, I used that over top of this Cosmetics cream blush in the shade Baby. I love this cream blush. It's so easy to use, blends beautifully. And then I also, do I still have it? Yes. I also used 2 highlighters because I'm a crazy person. I used this Colourpop highlighter from the second Sailormoon collection called Moon Kingdom. Just really layering on those purples there. So beautiful. And then on top of that, I also used the Celestial Lights Highlight Palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. And I used this purple shade here called Dark Star. I love this highlight palette. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite highlight palettes that I have added to my collection in years. I use it all the time. So let's get into it. Let's play with some makeup. Hello, this palette. Not only is the sleeve and the cover just like iridescent holographic gorgeousness, the inside is, dare I say, even better. Like, is that possible? I really don't know. But here she is in all of her glory. At this point, you've probably seen swatches, and I haven't ever really gotten into doing swatches, but if that's something you would like me to start doing for videos, please let me know. I'll certainly attempt it. Can't say I'll be any good at it, but I'll definitely give it a try. So, pink and purple are my 2 favorite colors. I wore a pink and purple shirt. I've got my pink headband, did my purple leaning blush and highlight, and we are beaming. So we're going to start this look by going in with the shade Libra. And I'm just going to run that all along my crease. I'm so excited. And I'm going to try and film this video as more of like a get ready with me because it's been so long, and I don't know, maybe you want to hear about like what's been going on. So the reason I stopped posting to my YouTube for so long is not because I hate YouTube or not because like I fell out of love with makeup, but it really just came down to like time. I was driving back and forth from Southern California to Mexico every weekend to be with my fiance, and it takes a lot of time, 3 hours each way. That's 6 hours driving every weekend to spend the weekend with my fiance. And then on top of that, I was working in LA, which is also a pretty far commute for me. And so 3 days a week I was in LA, 3 days a week, 3.5 days a week I was in Mexico. And it felt like 1 day a week I was home in my house in California. So it was just so much driving and so much traveling. And I was working a lot too. Like, work was crazy. I worked for a company that has since gone out of business. It was just kind of a wild time. Business was tough. The hours were long. I was working 6 days a week. And so, yeah, while I was still doing my makeup, and I've still been posting to Instagram regularly. If you follow me on there, then you know I never stopped doing my makeup. Never stopped buying makeup either. But I didn't have the time or honestly the energy to sit down and film and then edit. It's, time consuming to do these videos. And I love it. And that's why I do it. But, it's just sometimes life puts your hobbies like on hold, I'll say. Because the other thing that I really love to do, and by the way, I've blended this way more than I need to because I'm chit-chatting with you all. This is blended beautifully, by the way. I could probably stop like 2 minutes ago. I'm just having fun doing makeup and chit-chatting with you all. The other thing that I feel like went on hold with all the traveling was I make soap from scratch. I make cold processed soap. I love it. And like for the last almost 3 years, I've hardly made any soap because I have all the equipment here in SoCal and it takes time and I just was never home. We're gonna go in with the shade Dusk and use that to deepen up the crease and the outer corner. I have like a cat hair, story of my life. So the soap making has also kind of been put on hold because I just wasn't really home. And as you can imagine, when you're traveling out of town every weekend, it also really affects your social life. So I love my now husband. We got married. He's here. I love him so much, but I would be lying if I said that, oh, it was so easy. What we did was so easy. It really wasn't. It was really hard. And I definitely was really stressed out about it for a while. And yeah, I had to put some things on hold so that I could make time for my relationship and spend time with him in person. And unfortunately, he couldn't come here. I'm sure some people are asking, well, why did you have to go there every weekend? Why couldn't he come here sometimes? And the answer to that is quite simple. He's not allowed to. The way our government works, if you are Mexican and you want to come to the States, you have to have a visa. And we were waiting for our visa, our K1 fiance visa. I'm just going back in with Libra and just blending those edges a little bit. You cannot come here if you're a Mexican and you don't have a visa. And if you've applied for a fiance visa, you can't just get a tourist visa. And contrary to what a lot of people told me, there are no day passes. You can't just come here for a day. Unless you have some type of like work situation, which I believe is a totally different type of paperwork. It's not a visa and it certainly doesn't apply to fiancés. Even just those two shades right there look so good. But yeah, he couldn't. So if I wanted to see him, I had to go there. 3 hours there, 3 hours back. It's just what it is. So, oof. I think I have to be like a basic bitch and just do me. Pink and purple are my favorite. So I think I'm just going to go in with this pink shade here called Dawn. And I'm going to use that on my inner corner. But yeah, so, sorry as I clean off my brush. But yeah, so for those of you thinking like, well, what the hell, that feels really unfair. Why didn't he come visit? I'm sure he would have loved to come visit. But we really wanted to do everything by the book and just make sure that everything was super legal, especially in today's environment, political environment. Like it's just, we didn't want to take any risks, So he could not, which meant if I wanted to see him, and I really did, or if we wanted to see each other, that meant I had to go there. And luckily I was working a job and I continue to work a new job now that's hybrid. So I could go, I would drive down on Friday nights after work, spend the weekend, work there Monday, and then drive back real late on Monday nights to avoid traffic. Because if you've ever been to SoCal or if you live here, you know there's always traffic. Doesn't matter what road you're on, what time of day, what day of the week. there's gonna be traffic. It's so annoying. It's the one thing that I kind of despise about living here, but other than that, I really love it. And can we just admire that pink and purple? God, that's gorgeous. Newport did a great job with this color story. It's so amazing. I really do want to play with those greens, but I just, not today. Not today. Today is all about the pinks and the purples. So I do think I want to try to deepen up my outer corner a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this shade here called Aries, which is more of like a burgundy, deeper, like reddish purple. So we're just going to try and deepen that up a little because I want the drama. Give me the drama, please. But yeah, so I was lucky that I had a hybrid situation and I could even do that, because if I had to drive down there on Friday nights and then drive back on Sunday nights, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. I would not have gone every week. I think I would have been pretty sad because we're losers for each other. Like, seriously, we love hanging out. We love being together. We've been together for 3.5 years now, married for 3 months, and we just still can't get enough of each other. Like, I just love who he is as a person, and I just want to spend all my free time with him and tell him about all the stupid things that I think of all day long. And like when he gets home from his Pokemon tournament, because he plays TCG, I'm going to ask him how his tournament went and to tell me all about it. And then I'm going to be like, Amor, come look at my makeup and look at this palette. And can you guess which shades I used? For real, we literally do dorky shit like that. And you know what? I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't. And I wish a similar, well, maybe not like style of relationship, but whatever your ideal style of relationship is, I hope you get that too, because this really works for me. I just feel so loved and so happy. And after some of the pieces of work is, I guess, the nicest way I can put it, that I've dated in the past, it's just so nice to feel loved and wanted and appreciated. And I'm going to stop talking because I'll start crying if I say anything else about it. And so now I'm just going back with the Purple Dusk and probably Libra and just like blending out these edges again. I have really been into just like kind of a messy lower lash line outer corner situation lately, so we're doing it. That's what we're doing right now. Oops, I just grabbed the wrong shade. Gotta pay attention. Back to the purple. And yeah, I mean, so far, I gotta say, really, really pleased with this palette and how it's been performing. Like, not that I had any doubts, because Bellabeautébar, hands down one of my favorite formulas at all. Matte, shimmer, just in general, they have some of the best eyeshadow formulas on the market. Not just indie, just period. Period. So, like, I'd love to be like, wow, I'm so surprised, but there's no way in hell. I'm not surprised. I knew this was going to be amazing. That's why I set an alarm and rushed to buy this. The color story is right up my alley. It's got beautiful shimmers. Like, come on now. Come on now. Ooh, I'm just loving that. I'm loving that. I don't know what's going on with this outer corner, my right eye. It's been so watery lately, and even though it's not super watery right now, knock on wood, I just feel like my eyeshadow hasn't been laying down and blending as nicely there. So if you notice anything happening here, it's not the product, it's my face. I don't know if this is just what happens when you're in your 40s or what, but it's definitely different. And I'm just laying down some more of that pink just to make sure that I didn't cover it up with the purples. Just kind of going back and giving everything one last little blend before I put down my glitter glue and shimmers. So this is where we're at. I love it. I love it. I think it looks so nice. I'm so excited. All right. Oh, my AC just kicked on. I hope you can't hear that. Oh, I almost forgot to show you. I'm gonna go in with my NYX glitter primer. I always use this. I'll be honest, who was it? Batty Bean influenced the shit out of me. I use this because of her, and I do really enjoy it, and now I cannot do eyeshadow without it. Thanks, Batty Bean. You don't know me, and you probably will never see this, but thank you. So I'm just gonna apply that with my finger. And now the fun part, picking out which shimmers we want to use. And I can't forget that I have these single shimmers too. They really just race down my road. They really do. So if you heard that, that's what that is. And I don't even know. I definitely want to do like a bit of a shade cascade here, which is like Newpor's, that's the technique she has like, I don't think she invented it, but she coined the term where she just layers a lot of shimmers. So if I can, without destroying this, I just want to know what it's called. And of course I'm blind without my glasses. Aurora. I'm gonna take this shade, can we see that? This shade here, Aurora. This looks gorgeous, so I definitely want to use this. I'm going to put it back before I destroy it. And then I'm going to also go in with the shades Harmony and Balance. So I'm going to use those 3 shimmer shades on my lids, and I'm going to kind of like layer them on top of each other, outer to inner corner. I might also use this shade here, Crystallize. What am I doing? Let's not drop anything. I think I'm going to use this one too on my innermost corner. Harmony, then Aurora, then Balance, then Crystallize. All right, we've got this. So Harmony. And I'm just going to tap that onto my outer lid, just like so. I mean, yes, that's about right. Oh my goodness. That is stunning. I don't know if you can see the shifts in that. Holy moly. Woo! That is beautiful. Not that I had any doubts. And then I'm gonna go in with Aurora. Still with my fingers. Just gonna pick some up. And I'm going to, where's that here? I'm gonna just kind of lay that on the middle of my lid and also a little bit over, what was it, Harmony? Wow. Wow. Oh my Lord. All right, can I hope you can see how stunning. Stop. The way this is like the colors of the rainbow, I'm losing my mind right now. All right. And then I'm going to go in with Balance again on my finger. And I'm just going to kind of stick that on the inner part of my lid. Just kind of tappy tappy. Ooh, she is sparkly. Ooh. Holy. Stop. Stop. Love it. I'm going to take a little brush and that shade Crystallize and run that in the innermost part of my corner and the lower lash line. It's got like a little bit of green to it, which is really nice. Oh my goodness, I am so excited about how this is looking. All right, so I'm going to pause you guys and go do my waterline and my mascara and my lip and some glitter, no doubt. and I'll be back with the final look. All right, everyone, I'm back with the final look. What do you all think? I love it. I absolutely love it. I added some glitter from Arachna Beauty in the shade My Euphoria. Best glitter ever. I added some lip liner from MAC in the shade Heroine. It's like a plummy color. And then I used a Menacing Metal lipstick from Unearthly Cosmetics in the shade Ghostly, which is a little bit purple. And put on some mascara. And did I leave it out? I don't know. I used a gel cream liner from Colourpop in my waterline, one of the Sailormoon ones, like the purple one. But yeah, threw on some earrings, took off my headband, and here we are. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I don't know if we still say that. I'm out of the loop. But I'm going to be looking at how I sparkle like all night. I can't stop. I love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It has been so nice to sit down and get ready, and hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you did, be sure to subscribe, maybe give the video a like if you feel like it, and let me know, did you enjoy this chatty get ready with me? I doubt I'll do them all the time, but I did enjoy doing it myself, so if this was enjoyable, please let me know, and I will be sure to do them once in a while. Not all the time, but once in a while. With that all being said, thank you so much. And this is Hello Ia saying, see ya!